All right, what's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about trading patterns. So there are 7 different high probability trading patterns that I personally trade. These are the patterns that I've seen have the most success during the 4+ years that I've been trading. I did add a new pattern to the mix this year, the engulfing top, engulfing bottom. So there's a chance that later on, maybe I'll discover another pattern and add it to the roster. But today I want to tell you about the most profitable and consistent pattern that I've seen so far, the trend continuation. So this is when a strong trend has already started and you enter the trade in the same direction of the trend when it gives you an opportunity. The market has been especially trendy this year, so there have been tons of these happening lately. And this pattern works so well because it takes a lot of effort for a reversal to happen, especially if the trend is strong and the market is also working in its favor. So a trend will likely continue in the same direction for a decent amount of time before reversing. I'll show you a couple trend continuations that have happened over the last few days. I don't even have to look these up beforehand. There's just been so many. I can just look and find some to show you guys. Let's see. So we go to GBP USD. Good old faithful here. Actually, this was just, I believe, last night. Yeah, so this was last night. We had, let's see, we had a touch at a level here. This is a pretty decent level of support here. So we got a touch here, went up, touched again, got a good rejection tail here. Good sign that it's gonna reverse in the other direction. That's exactly what happened. Now this level here is where you had to get past in order for it to be a safe trade. So once you saw this area here, this was a safe entry here. We got a pretty decent trend going already. We just had to get past this little resistance area. Once that happened, especially with these big bars, you could have got in here too. But if you missed those 2 entries, you could have gotten in, I would say right in here is also a safe entry. And you see it continued up from there. So the later on you get into the trade, to the trend that's already happening, the less reward you'll get. But if you were to get in all the way down here, there is a chance that it could have just went down instead. So the safer entry would have been in here or in here. But once you get in like in here, it doesn't have as much momentum at that point. It's kind of getting to the end. So you could still do it. You would just get much less reward. Maybe you go for like 1.25. If you got in the trade like right here, you could get like 2 or 3 even. 3 reward versus your risk. So either way, it would have worked out really well for you. So there's one. Again, I didn't even look these up before the video. They happen all the time now. So I didn't have to look too hard. Here's another one from, oh yeah, this is actually even better over here. This was from the other day. USD CAD went up like 140 pips, so that was a really good day. Alright, so you can see we have like an upwards consolidation here, a big break. Got 2 little resting bars here. You could have entered here, and then it continues up. Takes a little break here. You could have entered here. It's another good trend continuation. Continues up, takes another little break. You could have entered here. Comes up, takes another break. You could have entered here. Well, you see, if you enter here, you have only this little bit to get reward from. So just keep that in mind. The later you get into the trend, the less reward you'll get. The earlier you get in, the more reward you'll get. And then it finally reversed up here. Got a big rejection tail. Another test of that area. We got one more test here. If you wanted to get in on a reversal, you could get in here. I guess you would call that a double top. It's not really a head and shoulder. Yeah, I guess it is kind of a head and shoulders. can say the head. Oops, hold on. Oh, I gotta refresh it. Hold on. Okay. Had to refresh the page. So you can say the head is here, shoulder here, and shoulder here. What I've noticed is usually when the trends come up really heavy like this was like ridiculous. It's, 158, almost 160 pips, which is just a lot. Usually you only see a trend go for like maybe 90 or 100 pips. So this was a really strong trend. Doesn't happen very often, but usually what I notice when this does happen, it is very slow to reverse. And if it does reverse, like right here, it didn't go down for very long. It only went down, well, it is still 51 pips, so it's not too bad really, but it usually continues up later on. Or it'll take a really long time to reverse like this. So yeah, there's another really good trend continuation there. And then this was the trade I took, I believe yesterday night, not last night, but the night before. I got in over here, which I was a little bit early. So I got in the trade here, and I got out like right here, I think, or maybe down here. So it was still a decent trade, but I didn't get this big trade like I wanted. Let's see. So this is the level here, the area here that you would have to get past in order for it to be a safe place to get in for a reversal. So I'm a little bit riskier. I knew that this was going to come down like this. So this was the entry here. But if you want to play it a little bit safer, wait for it to pass this level here. So that happened over here. You could have gotten in right here. You could have waited for here. You could have waited until this engulfing bar right here. Or you can just do a continuation. So once it breaks past here, you had an opportunity to enter here and here. These are not the safest entries in there. You could have gotten in here too. And then a little consolidation here. So once you see something like this at the end of your trend, you probably want to go ahead and get out of the trade. It's rare that it's going to drop down even more, especially if it's consolidating like this. So yeah, there's two continuations right there. Let's see if we can find another. Yeah, of course we can find another. That's really all that's been happening these days. So this is the USD yen right here. This pair is a little iffy sometimes. Sometimes it works out when you see like really good trades like this. So like we have a really solid bottom here. It does a little continuation here, and then puts in these two giant rejection tails. There's a good entry there. They are kind of big, so you'd have to either put your stop down here, or if you want to be risky, you could put it at like 60%, do something like that, make it a little bit better. But you see, it started a really heavy trend. This was the area that we had. Oh man. Okay, if I leave the charts up, it makes me have to reload it before I can draw on there. Let's see if we can find where that was. Oh, okay, right here. So we had to get past this area right here in order for it to be a safe trade. So once that happened, and you get this good rejection tail right here, this was a perfect place to enter. We got another little resistance area here. I think this one was more important. And it did hesitate a little bit there. So you could have gotten in here. You could have gotten in here. It finally continued up, puts it in a double top. Got some good rejection tails, but it didn't really come down very much. And then it continued up. So here's another place where you could get in on the trend. Two big rejection tails. Good entry right here. And that's really all you could have gotten out of that one. Yeah, these happen all the time. I would say trend continuations are probably the most common trade right now. Most common. It's very, very rare that they fail. It happen all the time. I see multiple instances of these happening pretty much every single day, and you usually get a really good reward from it. From what I've seen, I've been trading for a little over 4.5 years now. I think this is the most profitable, most consistent pattern by far. So if you want to only focus on trading one pattern in the beginning, which is what I recommend anyway, one or two patterns in the beginning, this is the one to go for sure. Alright, so I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, trend continuation. So if you want to learn more, you want to see more detail about how to actually trade the patterns, where to get in, where to get out, where to put your stop, how to manage your trades, how to best profit from big trends like we just saw, go ahead and check out the Profitable Forex Trading course at www.ccxcollective.com. Make sure you check me out on socials, and I'll see you guys later.